What's up, guys? This is Miasin, and today this is going to be a very interesting deck profile because it's not really, my deck. I mean, in a way, maybe, but it's actually the deck list that someone else played at YCS Buenos Aires in Argentina and managed to score top 8 with. Huge shouts to Sebastian, who is actually with us on this call, and we also have his friend Andres, who will be serving as a translator. So I'll let both of you introduce yourselves.
Mi nombre es Sebastián Monsalves, soy capitán de Team Vortex. Y bueno, yo hice top 8 en el YCS con Crystron.
Yeah, so his name is Sebastian Monsalves, and he's our captain of Team Vortex. He got top 8 at YCS Buenos Aires, and he has been playing for a long time. Competitively, not that much, but he has been improving a lot. My name is Andres. I'm the vice captain of the team, and I'll be your translator today for everyone who speaks English.
Sebastian, what made you pick Crystron for this event? What was like your biggest, I guess, motivation to play this deck? And
Bueno, en general le vi mucho potencial al mazo. Desde la salida del soporte me topé con el Spreadsheet en el canal. Y esto me motivó mucho ya que sentí que era un mazo que podía dar la cara competitivamente y a pesar de disponer de mazos más tier, este me daba más seguridad.
So, since the support came out, he felt like the deck had a huge potential for the format, and then he stumbled upon the spreadsheet and thought, well, this seems like a good deck. I want to try it. And even if he had better decks, quote unquote, because he used to play Jubel when it was in Snake Eyes format. He thought that Crystron was a really good contender for the Raizol Malice format.
I also do believe that Crystron is a great deck into this format. I think people misplay against it a lot, which also plays into the deck's ability to just catch people off guard and everything. Were people really confused when they play against you, Sebastian? Did they really know how to play against your deck, or was the surprise factor really like a big thing for you?
Esperaba quizás un poco de desconocimiento de la gente por parte del mazo, pero la mayoría sabía exactamente dónde frenarlo y aparte de eso ya se notaba que tenían un poco de experiencia jugando contra él. Y eso igual me hizo darme cuenta de que el mazo es bastante fuerte independiente de si la gente está actualizada o no o cómo funciona.
So he was hoping that people were more caught off guard by the deck, but most people really knew how to counter it, where to hand trap it, and the weaknesses of the deck. So that also made him realize that the deck is a lot stronger than people give it credit for because a lot of people were prepared for it. So people are respecting Crystron right now.
Okay, yeah, obviously because they do have Artifact Lancia for the Malice matchup, which overlaps. So that is one big thing for the Crystron players. If you're trying to take this deck to like an event, you do have to be aware of the fact that even though it's like one of the lesser known competitive decks, it is still a really good deck. And of course, you will be suffering a little bit of collateral damage, which can be a little detrimental to you. Now, I really want to hear from you guys, how was the Raizol and Malice matchup at the YCS? Because I must assume that there must have been like a bunch of Raizol and Malice opponents.
La verdad esperaba que fuera un poco más complicado. En suizo jugué contra 4 Raizol consecutivos, después me tocó con otro Raizol en ronda 10 y después en top perdí contra Raizol. Honestamente, Droplet sirvió mucho dentro de lo que fue el matchup y a pesar de perder dados, gracias a ella pude romper mesa y ganar de igual manera. Entonces sí sentí que el mazo no se queda tan atrás debido a la facilidad para jugar Droplet de main deck, también para el buen espacio que hay con el tema de las hand traps.
He thought the matchup was going to be a lot tougher, but he played 5 Raizols in a row, then he played another one in round 10, and then lost to a Finsmith Raizol on top cut. The main reason because why he felt the matchup wasn't that hard because of Forbidden Droplet, since it's a great card in the matchup. Especially going second, it helped a lot to break boards, weaken boards, because since Crystron has a decent room for non-engine for hand traps, he only had to deal with half Raizol boards, and since Droplet can deal with Abyss Dweller and Raizol Detonator, the Raizol matchup gets a lot easier.
That's awesome. How about the Malice matchup now?
Bueno, iba muy preparado para Malice porque odio Malice y me tocó solo un Malice en top 32 y fue un poco chistoso al final. perdí el dado, me tiró shifter, no pude pasar, tenía solo un imperma, dormouse y tenía el extended que fue el campo, no hice nada. En la segunda él no pudo pasar por la mesa, en la tercera la única lancea de todo el torneo se fue de Khaled. Entonces fue un poco chistoso ahí, pero al final no quiso seguir jugando para no darme robos con fuga y yo a mi turno pude jugar de forma bastante cómoda. Por lo tanto, el matchup contra Malice dentro de lo que fue el torneo no me da mucho que decir, pero externo ya he jugado mucho contra Malice y siento que es un matchup quizás más favorable que contra Raizol.
Weirdly enough, he only played against one Malice in the whole tournament.
In top 32,
Yeah, in top 32, he lost the die roll and got shifted. So he only had an infinite impermanence as an interruption, and it wasn't enough because his opponent had an extender with Malice in Underground. Then on the second game, he went first. He built his board. His opponent couldn't break the board. And on game 3, the only Lancea Sebastian saw in the whole tournament got called by the grave. So
No.
it was very sad. He also drew Fugaros, so he got Lancel Fugaros. His opponent didn't want to give him the draws, so Sebastian could break that half board easily and take the game. He feels like he can't say much about the matchup on the tournament, but he has a lot of experience since myself and another teammate, we play Malice and we play we play a lot, and he feels like the matchup against Malice it's better than the matchup against Raizol.
Oh, that's interesting. So were there any tough matchups for Sebastian, or everything was relatively manageable?
Todo se sintió manejable. La única ronda que perdí en suizo quizás podría llegar a destacarla, pero simplemente fue porque perdí el dado, que fue contra Fiesmid Odeon. Fuera de eso, nada más el mazo se sintió muy bueno contra todos los mazos que jugué. Jugué contra meta en general, Raizol, Malice, Blue Eyes, Memento, etc. Entonces diría que no hubo ningún matchup especialmente difícil.
He really felt that everything was kinda manageable. He played against Raizol, Malice, Memento, Blue Eyes mainly. The only matchup that maybe he'll highlight was his first Swiss round since he entered as a VIP in the tournament. That was Finsmith Odeon. He mainly feels like he lost because of the die roll, and he didn't open hand traps on game 1. So it boiled pretty much down to that. Outside of that, everything felt very manageable. He felt like the deck was very strong, even going second, even breaking boards. And since the deck has the beats to compete in the current meta.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, I actually understand, like, I think 30% of what he says when he speaks Spanish, so it really it feels nice to like have it again, like you say it when you say it in English. But okay, so yeah, of course, yeah, the deck is fantastic going second. That's a really cool thing about it. And also going first is very resilient through hand shops. I think this deck is well versed overall, so it's really it's a great thing to hear that from a fellow Crystron player who also managed to get top 8 at the YCS. Now, my next question is, how did you feel about the lineup of the Kashtira cards that I also played at Sydney? So 1 Unicorn, 1 Birth, 2 Fenrir, as well as the 2 Ogre, 2 Nibs.
El paquete catch quizás sentí que me hizo falta ver un poco más Fenrir. Hay veces que lo extrañé un poco, por lo tanto sí, quizás incluiría un tercer Fenrir. Obviamente esto llevaría a cambiar los patrones de side deck. Este argumento también va con Ogra y con Nibiru. Nibiru es una carta que jugando Fugalos tienen la facilidad de robarla, por lo tanto no me gusta jugar 3. Además es una carta que por sí sola no va a hacer nada. Y Ogra, bueno, es una carta que igual a veces me gustaba tener yendo segundo, quizás versus Blue Eyes, ¿no? O una carta que tampoco quería ver a más de una copia en mano porque solo una vez por turno y solo te va a servir contra Raizol hacia Duodrive y contra Blue Eyes hacia la trampa. Entonces eso quizás podría cambiarlo Ogra por el tema del shifter, quizás jugar Mourner en ese espacio, pero mi lógica de Nibiru fue no ver más de uno en mano, que ya me pasó jugando 3, fue más que nada por experiencia, y Ogra más que nada por patrones de side deck.
Okay, so about the Kashtira package, he felt like okay, for starters, everything you asked about the Nibiru, the Ghost Ogre, and the Kashtira package, the radios are like that because of the side decking patterns. The Kashtira, maybe he felt like he missed on seeing Fenrir more in hand, but all in all, it was enough. Maybe he could tinker with those ratios. About Nibiru and Ghost Ogre, Nibiru is a card that you usually want to draw with Fugaros, so it's kind of awkward to see more than one, so that's why he played 2. And that's the same with the Ghost Ogre, since it was a good card, going second against Blue Eyes because of True Light. And with some other matchups where they play maybe cards like IP Masquerena. He was thinking about swapping Ghost Ogre for Ghost Mourner, mainly because of Dimensional Shifter, but that's the only change he will make.
Pretty understandable. And yes, of course, I do remember mentioning that the Kashtira cards, they're so clean for siding patterns because it's like 4 easy cards to side out for like the Duster and then, triple Perilia or triple whatever Nialis or triple Lancia or something. So the main deck, I think for the most part, everything should be pretty easy to comprehend. I do have some more questions though for the extra deck, and then we're going to move on to the side. So for the extra deck, there are 3 cards, I guess you can say, that are probably worth explaining. So the first one is Centurion Legatia, the second one is High Speed Lord Hagoita, and the third one, it's not really a card, but it's a card that we're kind of missing in a way. It's the second copy of Ephidon Dragster that is not there.
Primero, Legatia fue un tema de testeo. Normalmente ese espacio se iba turnando entre el segundo Dragster y Vermilion. Vermilion más que nada por el combo de Citri más Fenrir, para poder llegar a algo con eso. Y Dragster porque hay veces líneas en las que puedes llegar al segundo Dragster. En el testeo casi nunca bajé al segundo Dragster. Las veces que dejé de jugarlo por jugar Legatia, dije, aquí podría hacerlo, no puedo llegar a Legatia por el tema de los niveles, y era completamente innecesario. Fue más que nada un tema de experiencia, de que nunca me llegó a servir el segundo Dragster en el tema del testeo. Y Legatia, ya teniendo un Kashtira en campo, con Tristaros puedes invocar Smigger o T-Stable y hacer a Legatia con mucha facilidad, o incluso teniendo Tristaros más cualquier nivel 5, invocas otro nivel 5. Y fue algo que en la práctica fue muy bueno, pero realmente no se dio en el YCS. Además, tampoco me hizo falta el segundo Dragster. Entonces, ese espacio en el extra se va a seguir debatiendo.
¿Y sobre Hagoita?
Bueno, y sobre Hagoita, una carta excelente. Me dio match contra Raizol puro, muy gratis. No pudo usar los cuerpos, como mucho los tuvo que mandar con nodo un cuerpo, y los otros cuerpos quedaron inútiles. Y obviamente le bloquea Sex porque los monstruos se vuelven de nivel 5. Entonces me pareció una herramienta muy muy buena yendo primero contra Raizol, que básicamente si logras dejar Infinity Cluster y Hagoita, o setup para hacer Hagoita o incluso un Dragster, es Ferma Win.
Okay, so basically about Legatia and the lack of the second Dunk Dragster. On testing, he never felt like the second Dunk Dragster came up, really. And Legatia was something that he was testing from a long time. Because the Kashtira cards give you a lot of options to go into Legatia. And since he never felt the need for the second Dunk Dragster, he chose to play something different. Also, the other card he was debating about was Vermilion, because of the Kashtira plus Citri combo. But it also didn't come up that much, so he preferred to play Legatia. Sadly, Legatia was never summoned on the YCS. But on testing, it was very, very good. We have some matches on testing where Legatia was very, very good when destroying things, cutting off plays, and that's mainly the reasoning. Hagoita was a wonderful card because almost every time that it resolved, it was a free win against pure Raizol, since it locked itself in rank 4s and the monsters became rank 5.
That's really cool. And I did hear him mention that Legatia can be made using a Kashtira with like Smyger and Tristalos, which is very interesting. Yeah, it's 7 + 3 + 2. I mean, it's nice because usually you go like 2 + 5 + 5, but it's really cool that you have the Kashtiras to open up more options. So I really like that. I think it's a great extra deck. And also for Vermilion Dragon Mech is always a consideration. But the extra deck space, unfortunately, is very tight. So if you want to play it that way, yeah, it's either like the Legatia, the second Dragster, or the Vermilion Dragon Mech. Pretty much everything else kind of has to be played. There's only one final question that I've got. 3 Typhoon in the side deck. I mean, again, I've watched the deck profiles, so I understood what he said, but can you say it again for this video?
Vale, ya. Primero, el primer argumento fue más que nada buscando cartas para matchups como Blue Eyes, en los que yo no tuviera bien definido el patrón de side deck, que fue al final en base a lo que construí toda la lista, o las modificaciones que hice de la lista que Yacine jugó en el último ICS, que me pareció una lista buenísima. Y bueno, ese espacio se debatió entre Purulia, Droll y Typhoon. Incluso Exisen Core. Exisen Core sentí que sobraba bastante, ya que esta era buena solo en el matchup de Raizol puro. Droll es una carta que en muchas ocasiones en el testeo tuvo problemas chocando con el tema de los Mulcharmis y tal, y me pareció una herramienta buena solo para ir primero, ya que la mesa más Droll era difícil de pasar. Y Purulia me pareció muy específico. En general, el testeo de Typhon no fue malo, contra Blue Eyes es excelente, de hecho me dio un duelo contra Blue Eyes, y un argumento que yo creo que puede llegar a ser bastante cuestionable de Typhon en mi lista, es que yo yendo segundo versus Raizol puro, solo Raizol puro, porque si no, no valía mucho la pena, metía Pluma y 3 Typhon, ya que la gracia de Typhon era limpiar Cross, para así, en caso de tener Smigger más Smigger y hacer Typhon, normalmente Raizol te hace Dweller, entonces como no puedes pasar por Dweller, le limpias el campo, no te pueden negar Typhon con Cross porque lo destruiste con Typhon, la trampa, y aguantar buscando cluster con Smigger y tal en caso, bueno, en caso de que no haya, en caso de que no te hayan hecho Dweller, si no puedes aguantar con las hand traps, y esto en el testeo fue muy bueno. Dentro de lo que fue el torneo, lamentablemente no se dio, pero la carta, la trampa Typhon igual fue buenísima contra el matchup de Blue Eyes y contra Odeon.
Typhon was a card that he decided to play over some other cards like Roll and Lockbird, Mulcharmi Purulia, and he even considered Exis Core as a card for against Raizol. Exis Core, he felt it was going a little overboard against Raizol. Droll and Lockbird, he felt like going second wasn't that good because it clashed with the Mulcharmis, and he really felt that it was good just going first because Droll plus his whole board was very very hard to break, and Purulia, he felt like also it was too, like a little too specific because it was mainly against Raizol. So Typhon was very good against Blue Eyes, since you can pop True Light, as we'll know. I forgot to mention that the card also was very good against Odeon. He doesn't know if the deck really is that good or if people are hyping it up because it's new. But he felt like Typhon was a good card in the matchup, and also mainly against Blue Eyes. The main difference is that Blue Eyes can use Drill Beam to negate Lightning Storm. That's something that doesn't happen with Typhon since he uses it mainly as a hand trap on that matchup.
That's pretty interesting. I do remember in the OCG they were respecting Blue Eyes with this card, so it's not like that far-fetched. I mean, it definitely does make sense. It brings us to pretty much the end of the video. Do you guys have any shoutouts?
Bueno, saludo aprovechando a Team Vortex, a todos los muchachos que me apoyaron y tal. Saludos también, bueno, agradecimientos también a Yacine, que ojalá pudiera comunicarme de mejor forma directamente yo, por el Spreadsheet, ya que al final fue una inversión muy buena, le dediqué el tiempo necesario al mazo y gracias al Spreadsheet pude guiarme muy bien para hacer una lista y tener un buen desempeño en el YCS.
Huge shout out to our team, to Team Vortex. We are slowly coming up here from South America, from Chile. A huge thanks to you, Jackstein, because Sebastian really feels like the Spreadsheet was a very, very good investment. Like you used to say, it was nice, and it really gave him the resources he needed to get good with the deck faster. It's something we have tend to speak of, and this is from me, not from Sebastian. It's how useful really are these spreadsheets, and it's not like a cheat code for getting good with the deck. You still have to be a good player, but it's a huge time saver. There's all the stuff, all the knowledge another player already got from the deck. It's really, really priceless. So a huge thanks to you, Yasin.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, honestly, you guys are the goats. I wouldn't be doing any of this if it wasn't for your guys' support. It really brings a huge smile to my face to see Crystron Kashtira do well at a YCS again, right, back to back. We've got 2 Crystron Kashtiras in the top cut of this YCS, Buenos Aires, and then Sydney before. Then we also had Kyle, who got top 64 at YCS Birmingham. So now we've got 4 Crystrons who managed to top a YCS. That's absolutely beautiful. We can keep going. We can go for 10, 100 Crystron tops. We can win YCSs. The sky is the limit. Actually, there's no limit. Even the sky is nothing. You guys already know what to do if you want to learn and master Crystron even more. Just follow Sebastian's advice and check out my Crystron spreadsheet. Hey, not my words, it's his. Huge thank you to both of you and to everyone who actually just watched this video. And also shout outs to Team Vortex. The link to their YouTube channel will be at the very top of the description box below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.